Hey everyone, it's me, Joel D. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of social sharing tools, and we're also going to add a social sharing plugin to our WordPress blog. So not to be confused with our social profile icons that are already on our site where we connect with our audience and we can then build a sustainable relationship, build trust. This is giving our visitors the opportunity to share our content when they think something's great, or they're really engaged with it, or they're excited that it will help their own connections or audience members. So we want to ensure that we have this tool because this is how you're going to build exponential growth in a traffic sense. And the way that's going to happen is we first focused on getting organic traffic to our site through keyword research and on-page SEO. So we're finding lucrative keywords where people were engaging. They're more likely to convert as a lead, they're more likely to purchase something, and they're most likely more likely to share something because they're passionate about this. So that's why we need to create awesome quality content that's relevant to what they want and need, and it also needs to be engaging with video, infographics, etc. Something that's going to keep their attention and make them want to share this. So we're going to add this social sharing buttons to our blog posts, and they need to be on every blog post because, like I said, you want all of your traffic to have that opportunity to do that for you. It's free marketing, it's getting your content out there, it's getting your brand out there, and it's shared across multiple platforms. So people will be able to share it to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, and any other social platform that you can think of, really. And you want them to start getting engagement for you on their own platform. So if they're posting relevant content, like which is yours, to their own social profiles, they're going to get people engaged on their own social profiles. It's just going to build up that exponential growth, like I said, across multiple platforms. So all of that traffic starts funneling back to our own site, and it's this endless loop. You'll hear growth loop, growth hack, viral, whatever you want to call it. You want your content to go viral. So the more you give easy access for people to share, the more viral it can go, and the more growth you're going to get, because you're going to get more engagement, you're going to get more traffic. And it's critical to the success of an online blog, especially from a revenue perspective, because like I said, you're pulling in highly engaged people that are high converters, and they're sharing it with their audience who are also probably likely in the same boat, and you're getting them in addition to your SEO value for free. So it's very important to get this down and give them some incentives to share this, like maybe create contests or share posts this and get entered to win a free iPad or something. Anything that you can think of that will incentivize them to share, because there's such high potential for building your audience, building your traffic, building your revenue through this funnel. All right, so I'm going to get into it now and show you how to add the plugin. Super simple, and you'll be ready to go and just ensure that this works for each of your blog posts. Test it, and you'll be well on your way to getting this additional traffic that's going to increase your bottom line. All right, so let's go add the plugin. Okay, I'm back over in my WordPress dashboard. Go to plugins, add new, and put in social sharing, and you're going to get this layout. I use social media share buttons right here. 5,000 reviews at 5 stars, 200,000 plus active installations. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. There are other good tools out there that you can use too, like add to any and other ones like that, but I just usually go with this. Whatever your preference is, it doesn't really matter. They all do the same thing on what we need them to do, which is just give people the option to share, to get your content out there in the hands of other people without you needing to do anything or pay for anything. Okay. Once that downloads, you'll get this little welcome message, and apparently you can get a premium plugin in the next 2 hours for 30% off. But you don't need to do that. if you come down here, you're going to see this ultimate social media icons button. I'm going to click on that. Okay, it's going to bring you to the settings page where you can start tweaking some things. So they're going to ask you to answer some of these questions, like which icons you want to use, what do you want those icons to do, where should they be displayed on your site, and then some optional ones as well if you want to use some different animations and whatnot. I wouldn't do that, or I'm not going to do that in this. If you want to, go ahead, but I'm just going to click on which icons I want to show, which is, I'm going to stick with, I'll keep email, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, Pinterest and Instagram. And if you have a premium account, you'll be able to add additional icons. I don't, so I'm just going to use the ones that I want. What do I want these to do? So this will just give you, options. Like for Facebook, you can add a like my blog as well instead of just sharing it. Follow me on Twitter. If you add your name, you can do that, and there'll be an option to do that. And then where should it be displayed? Floating over your website pages, show them via a widget, place via shortcode. I'm probably going to do shortcode, but you can do multiple here. So you can put it in your theme's header, show icons after post, which then it'll give you these options, but I'll keep that unchecked. And I'm just going to keep the shortcode for now and click save. Then what I could do is come up and grab the shortcode, but I don't really need the shortcode because I'm using Elementor. So what I can do is just go into Elements, click on Social, and now I have this ultimate social media icons option. And I can just pull this in wherever I want it to be. And I'll just add it under the image for now. And you'll see that I have these options to share, and I got to make some small tweaks. But what I want to do first is test this. So I'm going to click update, and then I'm going to go out to an incognito browser, because sometimes the social sharing doesn't work too well in your preview modes or when you're logged in as an admin. Okay, so now I'm in this incognito browser. I can see my icons. If I hover over them and I have multiple options, it'll give me the option to share or like. Twitter, the same thing. It gives me the option to tweet or follow me on Twitter if I added that, but I didn't. So I'm gonna just click on Facebook share, see if it works. And as you can see, it pulls up properly with the image, with my URL, with my title and description. And then your visitor will also be able to say something about the article, what they like about it, or what to look out for, or why it's helpful, and then they can share it to their newsfeed. So I'd walk through this with all of the icons. If I were you, just test everything out, make sure all of your links are working and they're pulling up correctly, and make adjustments as needed. And then everyone will be able to share your posts and your content. And the only other part that we could do is we could just tweak the look and feel, make the icons smaller, make them larger, or make them on one line. Obviously we want that. So that's really it. Use any tool that you want to share. Again, that's irrelevant. Just make sure that people are able to share. I also like to add those share icons at the bottom of the blog post itself, so when they're done reading, it's like, hey, I finished this, I liked it, and it gives them that, again, quick, easy option to share it with their audience. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, very critical step. Make sure that you're setting this up. It takes 2 seconds and it can bring a ton of value to your blog. All right, thanks everyone. I will see you in the next video.